Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to another YouTube live session with me, Surjit Kakar. Today is Saturday, 9th of January 2021. And today we are launching a new product, right? I do teach demand and supply methodology. I teach how to trade, but we also try to create products which make your life easier when it comes to trading, when it comes to applying the demand and supply methodology. So before we move ahead with the session, let's get done with the basic disclosure, which talks about the representation risk disclosure, risk involved in the market, and also about the copyrights. So today we will be talking about our new product, which is demand supply zone indicator with alerts. Now, before we move on to demand supply zone indicator with alerts, let's first understand what are alerts and what is demand and supply zone indicator. Now, I'll start with alerts. Now, one of the biggest challenge with demand and supply trader was that there was no scanner available, which was built upon demand and supply methodology. So what we did a long time back was we created a product which is called as the alert service. So if you want to understand more about it, you can come to this URL, which is surjeetkakar.com/alerts. What I'll do is I'll also put it in the chat box. Just give me a second. All right, so you have the URL in the chat box. So once you come to this URL, so this basically explains you what the alert service is all about. Now, just to brief you in a very quick, nutshell, what alert service is all about, it's basically a scanner, right? Now, this is a scanner which is shortlisting stocks for us. Not just stocks. I basically have three channels. I have for NSE, I have for MCX, and for Forex as well. Now, here you also have the link for the demo channel. If you want to join the demo channel, you can join the demo channel and see how alerts are generated. So, but what basically this alert system does is that I have a watch list of X number of scripts. So, as an example, let's say if I talk about the NSE alerts. So, if I go here, which is the FAQs for the alerts, you can see that for the stock alerts, which is NSE, this is the list of stocks. So we have around 132 scripts. It was last updated on the 2nd of January. So I do keep updating this every 4 to 6 months. But yes, as of now, if you look at the list is around 132 scripts. So what happens is that this alert service is constantly monitoring these 132 stocks during the live market, and as soon as a quality demand zone or a quality supply zone gets formed on any of these 132 scripts on any of the four time frames. So, what are the four time frames? When we talk about the four different purposes of trades, we talk about the HITs, DITs, WITs, and MITs. So, for the HIT trades, it is scanning the 5-minute chart. For DIT, it is scanning the 15 minutes chart. For WIT, it is scanning the 60 minutes chart. And for the MITs, it is scanning the daily chart. So what happens is that this alert service is constantly monitoring now those 132 scripts on four different time frames. And as soon as a quality demand zone or a quality supply zone gets formed, you immediately get an alert through our Telegram channel. And once you get that alert, you can match that alert with your trade plan because, like I said, it's a scanner. It is telling you where demand and supply zones are forming. And once you get that alert, if that your zone matches with your trade plan, yes, you can plan a trade. If you're doing your analysis at the end of the day, then you can again copy paste all these alerts into an Excel sheet, which is available for download in the download section, and you can again filter out whatever alerts you want to see. So this is what alert service was all about, and you can watch this video available at this link. So it will explain you complete about alert service. I don't want to go into alert service much because I'm just touching the surface, helping you understand what alert is. But yes, once you go through this video, you will understand it more in depth. So yes, this is what the alert service was. And the problem with the alert service was that yes, the some of the problems. Problem number one: currently, I have 132 scripts in that list. So the alerts will only be generated for those 132 scripts, right? So this was one of the challenge which a few people were facing, right? So they would say, okay, I want XYZ script, but that is not in your list, or I want ABC script, but that is not in your list. So what we used to tell them is that, okay, whatever scripts you want us to add, you send us the name of the script. If the script is liquid enough, we will add it. But if it is not liquid enough, then we don't add it. The next challenge was the time frames are fixed, right? The alert service is only scanning on the 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 60 minutes, and daily chart. Now, at times, somebody would ask me, okay, I want alerts from 75 minutes chart, or I want alerts from 120 minutes chart. So, how can I do that? So, there is no way to customize it. Alert service is provided as is. The time frames are fixed. The number of scripts which it is scanning is fixed. The next challenge was also that you can see here it is only the NSE stock exchange, but I used to get queries from people who are, let's say, trading the US stock market or some other international stock market, and they were asking me that if I can also use the service for their markets. But the problem is, when we are running these services, there is a lot of resources which are required. So for one or two person running these services for international market was not very feasible because the costing would go pretty high. So that is why, all those shortcomings, we were trying to overcome those shortcomings, and that is what we are talking today. How we have overcome those shortcomings. Yes, there will be still few limitations. We'll be talking about those limitations as well. But yes, now these challenges which you people were facing with the alert service, the demand and supply zone indicator, with the alerts is the solution to it. So we'll understand what this is all about. So yes, we have talked about the alert service. So you can come to this web page to understand more about alert service. You can go to the FAQ page to have more understanding of whatever this alert service is. And yes, you can also watch these videos to understand the alert service. So now we are done with the alert service. We are done with the FAQs. Now, if you go to our website and go to all products, you will see that we have alert service, and whoever was subscribing for alert service. Now we have two options. One is for somebody who has not taken our course, right? So that person can also subscribe, and somebody who's already taken our course, which is POS or POS Plus, they can also subscribe. So the alerts for both of them were exactly the same. The only difference was somebody who has taken our course with a 60-day subscription, they were getting a complimentary Q&A session. Somebody who has not taken our course, they don't get a complimentary Q&A session. That was the only difference. And what we were also doing is, in both the cases, along with the alert service, we were giving you complimentary access to the demand and supply zone indicator, right? So initially it was only demand and supply zone indicator. So what is demand and supply zone indicator? If I go to the chart and if I apply the indicator, it's an subscription based indicator. So only the people who are subscribing either for the indicator, which is right here. Let me just go back. Right, so people who are subscribing either for the indicator or the alert service, they were getting people who were subscribing for indicator, yes, you have access to the indicator. People who were subscribing for alerts, you were getting the indicator complimentary, right? And once it gets activated, what happens is, once you go to your trading view, on trading view you click on the indicator button, you go to invite only scripts, and that is where you can see you have the demand and supply zone indicator. Now once I apply this demand and supply zone indicator, you will see that it starts you know uh, marking the zones, the demand areas and the supply area. So here you can see it's a drop base rally, so the basing by default gets converted into blue color. The rallies or the leg outs are by default in black color. Let me just go to a 15 minutes chart, so you might be able to see now more number of zones. And what we can also do is we can customize the settings here. So if I go to my settings, oops, my bad. So you can see, you can customize what structures you want to see, how many candles you want in the basing, how strong the leg outs should be, whether you want to identify follow through patterns or not, whether you want to hide the single leg out candles, if follow through patterns, how should be the strength of the first leg out, how should be the strength of the second leg out. Do you want the names of the patterns? So now you can see it is also giving the names of the pattern. Plus, if you want the values of proximal distal lines, now it is also giving me the values of proximals and distal line. So what this indicator does is it basically marks all the zones for you, right, based on whatever settings you have selected, right? And if I go to settings here, you can see you don't have any option for setting alerts. Can you see it just says visual order and whatever the options are. But now what happens is, people who have subscribed for the alert service, when they get access to the complementary indicator, you will get access not to the demand and supply zone indicator, you will get access to the demand supply zone indicator with alerts. Now, what this will do is this will give you the opportunity that you can set your custom alerts as well. So how can you set custom alerts? Let me just show you as an example. So let's say I want to set my alerts on SPX, all right, or let's say on spiders, right? So which is basically your SMP. So let's say if I want to set my alert on this, which otherwise our alert service is not providing. So what I can do is, first I will add this indicator to that chart. So can you see now my indicator is added? Plus the second step is, on which time frame do I need the alert? So let's say I want my alerts from 30 minutes time frame. So I'll go to my 30 minutes time frame. So first you need to open whatever script or whatever symbol you want to apply the alerts. Then you need to be on the time frame where you want to apply the alerts. Now if I go here and you can see I click these three dots, you will see I'll get the option which says add alerts on demand and supply zone indicator. So this is not available just with the demand and supply zone indicator, but with the alert service. Now this version will give you access to setting alerts. Now once I click on this, by default it will be, we'll have to select as demand and supply zone indicator, and then you will have to select once per bar close. So what will happen is as soon as a candle closes, it will check whether we have a formation of a demand zone or whether we have a formation of a supply zone. We don't have to do it every minute. That is not required. We don't even have to do it once per bar. We only have to do it once after the bar closes. So this is what you'll have to select. Next, you can select what should be the expiry of these alerts. You can keep it as open-ended, which means this will never die. But yes, because I'm showing you on a free account, so on the free account you will not have this option, but yes, here you will be able to set it, let's say, till 10th of March. So now you can see this will remain active till 10th of March. And if you have a paid account, yes, you can even keep it as open ended, which will never expire. Now you can also choose other notification options, like if you say notify on app. So what is going to happen is if you have a TradingView app installed on your phone, once the alert is generated, you will also get it on the app. Show pop-up notifications. I'm pretty sure all of you who have been using TradingView, you will know that you get a pop-up notification. So that's the selection for that. If you want to get an email, you can select that. If you want to give some name, you can give name. That's your personal choice. And the default message is zone alert. If you want to change this message, you can change it to whatever you wish. Now, once I create this alert, you will get this option and you have to select continue anyway. So now if I go to my alerts tab, you can see here now my one alert is set, and that alert is set on, you can see spiders on the 30 minutes time frame. Now even if I change the time frame, it's not going to make any difference. Let's say I go to a 3-minute time frame, my alert is still running on 30 minutes. Even if I change the script, it's not going to make any difference. My alert is still running on 30 minutes. So what is going to happen now that whenever on spiders 30 minutes chart, a demand zone or a supply zone based on whatever settings you kept, right? So whatever settings you kept here. So if a demand zone or a supply zone gets formed, you will get a notification, right? And that notification will be based on whatever your settings were when you were setting these alerts. So if you said I need an email notification, you'll also get an email. If you selected you need the notification on the app, you'll also get the notification on your app. If you selected you want a pop-up, you will also get a pop-up. Plus whatever alerts are getting generated, it will also start showing you on your alert log. So this is how what is going to happen is now, other than these the alert service which we are providing, the scripts which we are providing, the time frames we are providing, you will be able to set your custom alerts. But now there is one downside to it. So let's understand what is the downside to it. So if I go to TradingView, and on TradingView I go to upgrade, because currently I'm just showing you example of a free account. So if you're using a free account, the problem with free account is if I go to alerts, ALERT. So you can see on a free account, I can only have one alert, right? Active alerts on price indicator strategies or drawing. So on a free account, I can only set one alert. So because I've already set my one alert on spiders 30 minutes, if I try to set an alert, let's say on DXY, and this time I say, okay, I want to set my alert on 45 minutes chart. And again, go here and I click on add to alerts and once per bar. If I create continue anyway, you will see it will not let me add this alert, because as a free account I'm only allowed to have one alert. So this is what I was talking about. There is one downside to it. So as a free account, yes, so you will only be able to set one alert, so for every symbol and every time frame. So if let's take as an example, if I'm talking about, let's say, Nifty. So if I set alert on a Nifty 15-minute, let's say 5-minute chart, that is a count of one. If I set again on Nifty on a 15-minute chart, now it basically means I have set two alerts. If I set on the 30 minutes chart, now I have set three alerts, right? So this is what that count is. So just because it is one single script does not mean it will count as one. So every time frame you are selecting will be counted as one. So on a free account, yes, you'll only be able to set one alert. But yes, I know many of you have paid accounts. So if you have paid accounts, depending upon whether you have a pro account or pro plus or premium, your number of alerts will be substantially high. Like in a pro account, you can have 10 alerts. In a pro plus account, you have 30 alerts. And in a premium account, you can have up to 400 alerts. And you can also see here the duration is 2 months, which means when you're setting an alert, the maximum you can keep it is for 2 months. But with the premium account, you can keep it infinite unless and until you remove that alert, it will remain in the system. So this is what this alert service basically does. But yes, the only limitation is the subscription you have, right? So if you have a free subscription, you can only set one. If you have a pro subscription, you can set 10 alerts. If you have pro plus 30, if you have premium, you can set up to 400 alerts, right? So that is the only limitation. And yes, this is now how you can start having your custom alerts. So let me just show you as an example how these alerts can be set. So what you need to do is, first you'll select the symbol on which you want to set the alert. Step number 2, you will select the time frame where you want to set the alert. Step number 3, you will click on this more option. After that, step number 4, you will click on add alert on demand and supply indicator with alerts. You will click on this. Step number 5, you will select once per bar close. Whatever settings you want to give, you will give those settings. You will click on create. Once you click on create, you'll get this uh, option which says continue anyway. So click on this. And now you can see you can set alerts. Here you can see I have already set GBP USD alert on a 5-minute chart. I have set GBP USD alert on a 1-minute chart. I have set Euro USD alert on a 5-minute chart. So here you can see I can set multiple alerts, because this screenshot I'm showing you is from my premium account, where I can have up to 400 alerts. But I'm just showing you, yes, you can set multiple alerts. And whenever an alert is generated, you can also see here at the bottom, you also have that log that this alert was generated at 10:49 4 second on GBP USD on 1-minute chart. This zone alert was generated on 8:40 and 3 second on GBP USD on a 5-minute chart. So this is where you'll get to know the alert is on which script, on which time frame, and then you can come to that time frame and you can match that alert with your trade plan. If that matches with your trade plan, yes, you can take that trade. If it doesn't match with your trade plan, you simply skip it. So this is what demand supply zone indicator with alert is all about. That now with the alert subscription. So again, I'll add, you do not have the option to subscribe for it standalone, only with the alert service. Now what is happening is the complimentary access which you're getting is to the demand and supply zone indicator. If you have only subscribed for the zone indicator, then you only have access to zone indicator. If you have subscribed for the alert service, then you have access to the alert service through our Telegram channel, plus this indicator where you can even set your custom alerts now. But yes, like I already said, the only limitation will be your subscription type. So if your subscription type allows you to have a fewer number of alerts, you will only be able to set fewer number of alerts. If your subscription type allows you to have more number of alerts, you will be able to set more number of alerts. So this is what demand supply indicator with alert service is all about. And those of you who had subscribed for alerts, right, those of you who currently have active alert subscription, we have already activated this for you. So what is going to happen is, if you go to your indicator list, if you'll go to invite only scripts, you will see both of them. You will see zone indicator as well as demand and supply indicator with the alerts. And yes, you can remove this one and you can apply this one. So again, I'll add, those of you who are currently having an active subscription of alert service, you now have access to this one. We have already activated for you. If you want to try it out, yes, you can try it out. And yes, one important thing which I forgot to add, that when you add this to your chart, all these alerts are server based alerts. Now what do I mean by server based alerts? That you don't have to keep your computer on all the time, right? So let's say even if you are done with the day, or you shut down your computer, what is going to happen, if any zones are getting formed, you will keep getting alerts through email or in this trade log, sorry, the alert log, whenever you will come back. So what is going to happen is, as soon as these zones are getting created, you will keep getting alerts even if your computer is off. So you don't have to keep your computer on for this. These alerts are server side alerts. Even if the computer is switched off, the alerts will keep getting generated. And based on your settings for the alert action, if you have selected notify on app, then you will get the notification on your phone. If the TradingView app is installed on your phone, if you say show pop-up, anyhow the computer is off, you will not be able to see a pop-up. But if you have selected send email, you'll also get an email. If you want to use webhooks or whatever, all these things can be done. So yes, it's not required for you to keep your PC again running to get these alerts. You can even shut down your computer, because all these alerts are server side alerts and they will keep getting generated even if your PC is switched off. All right, so that is all about the demand and supply zone indicator with alerts. So yes, those of you are who are those of you who are subscribed for alerts, yes, now you do have this option available to you that you will be able to set your custom alerts. So the challenges which were custom time frames, the challenges which were some scripts which are not in the list, or let's say maybe the international market, or the challenges which are like, okay, the settings for the alerts, the alerts which we are sending to through Telegram is predefined, what kind of strength we want, and they are only based on the single leg out patterns. So here you can even have based on follow through patterns, you can customize the number of candles, because in the alert service, we are only looking for three or less than three candles in the basing. Here, if you set six, then you will also start getting alerts for zones which have up to six candles. So whatever settings you will keep here, after applying these settings, once you apply this alert, you will start getting alerts for those settings. And that is how you can even customize your strength. You can customize the number of candles. You can customize whether you want follow through patterns or not. So all those things can be done. So yes, that was the update regarding the newly launched demand and supply zone indicator with alerts. So it will give you demand supply zones plus the alerts. And yep, that brings us to the okay. Let me see if I have some questions in the chat box. I'll answer those questions and then we'll end the session. Right, so it's all highs. All right, very good afternoon to all of you. So please create EMI option on your POS Plus course for those who doesn't have much money to pay on one day. So Sunny, we already have the EMI option. So what is gonna happen is once you go to our website, during the checkout, you can select CC Avenue. And once you go through the checkout process, I mean, on the CC Avenue website, you will see the EMI option is already there, right? So all you need to do is during the checkout, don't select PayPal, select CC Avenue, and in CC Avenue, you will see the EMI option is already available there. All right, so have free account on Trading View. Can I put one alert on Cash Nifty and one alert on Bank Nifty? No, it will not be possible, Kabir, because like I said, on a free account you can only set one alert. So since you've already set your alert on the Cash Nifty, right, you cannot set it on Bank Nifty. But what you can do is maybe you can have two accounts, right? On one account you can set on Nifty, on the other account you can set on Bank Nifty, because you can anyhow have as many free accounts as you wish to, right? So that could be the alternative, that you can have two accounts, one for cash. Sorry, one for Nifty, one for Bank Nifty. But again, the challenge would be, let's say for Nifty, FT, why you Nifty you set on 15 minutes, then you cannot set another one on Nifty, right? Because every single alert is counted as one. So if you want to set another one, maybe you'll have to create another account, free account, and then you can say, oh, the other account I want Nifty even on 30 minutes. So that could be one alternative, where if you want multiple alerts, you can have multiple free accounts and you can set them. That is the only alternative to it. Otherwise, you'll have to upgrade your account. All right, if I perfect. So I already answered this question. And so your indicator will work. I don't see any zones on your chart. See, the indicator does not draw the zone. It is only telling you we have a drop based rally, we have a rally, drop based drop, right? So it is just changing the color of the candles. Yes, if you want to see the name of the patterns, you can always select here that I want to see the names, and I also want the, let's say, values of proximal distal lines. Now it will be a little bit more prominent, because you can see now it is telling you where these zones are. But it's not that it will draw the zone. So once the zone is identified, it is just telling you that you have a zone here. You will have to draw the zone by yourself. Now I probably, I can draw it as a zone. You can see from this demand area, prices definitely gave us a nice reaction. From this supply area we got a bounce, this supply area we got a bounce, right? So you can uh, I mean, you will have to draw the zones. It will only pinpoint where these zones are, right? That is what this indicator will do. Perfect. So that brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you so much for joining in. I will be seeing you tomorrow again, which is going to be the weekly analysis session. I will also do this session in Hindi. I'll try to do it maybe give one example. See, Yuvraj, the problem is as of now the markets are off, right? And the alerts are only generated when the market is live. So probably maybe sometime during the week, I'll do a session when the markets are live. And what you can probably do is once the markets are live, like I said, on a free account, anyhow you can use it. No, but it is only available to people who have the alerts service. So what I'll do is I'll try to make a video when the markets are live and upload that video so that you can also see how the alerts are generated. So probably I'll do it during the week, right? But today, because the markets are off, I cannot apply to any of the market and show you, right? All right, is it mobile alerts? So, Ali, like I said, this will completely depend upon how you have set your alerts. Now, example, when you're setting your alerts, you do have an option that notify on app. So, if you will select this notify on app, you'll also get the notifications on app. And yes, that is how it is going to be. So, depending upon if this is disabled, you'll not get the notification on the app. But if this is enabled, you will definitely get the notification on the app. Uh, okay, can we trade swing trade option buying with the free indicator in trading view? Can you help? So I'm not able to get your question. Can see if you're talking about the indicator, just because the indicator is marking some demand area or supply area, first thing is you cannot trade it blindly. The job of the indicator is to tell you where is a demand area, where is a supply area. Then your job is to qualify that demand or qualify that supply based on your trade plan. Right now, whenever whichever gets qualified, absolutely yes, you can use it. But the ones which are not getting qualified, you should not be using them. That is how it will be. All right, so that now finally brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you so much for joining in. I will be seeing you on Sunday, which is going to be tomorrow. Till then, trade safe, enjoy your weekend, take care, bye bye.